David? Where's David? Here is David. Yesterday I learned, reading an article, that Marlon Brando in the 1950s, Streetcar Named Desire, when he had a t-shirt on, the white t-shirt, he set the trend of wearing an undergarment, out in public, like it was a normal thing. And now everyone just assumes that t-shirt, undershirt is not an undergarment. It'd be like going outside wearing underwear or something. Anyways, that was just one quick thing that I learned recently. So, I want to showcase my YouTube playlist that I just created, or I should say curated. Talk about these two books, the secondary books to the, let's say, original. What about it, though? Well, that is okay. So, this is sort of directed at my mentors, Marshall Mathers and Jeffrey Allen III. And the theme of this video is the idea of chunking. And the best analogy I can make for chunking right here is doing push-ups. And so that's directed at Julian Blanc's brother. I don't know his name. He's a new student of Jeffrey Allen, aka J-Lax, aka Uncle Jeffy. Anyways, so the idea, we're talking about using weightlifting as an analogy. The idea is weight machines are sort of like a high-tech thing, and if someone isn't aware, or someone doesn't have the habit of being able to do push-ups without a weight machine, there's no reason to use the weight machine. And that's sort of like self-development technology, or even pickup artist technology. The reason that Marshall Mathers is clearly a student of self-development is because here, this photograph, he can be seen. I'll just say he. That's from Facebook. Here's a book. One of the original books. I would say the trilogy of original books. The first is Self-Reliance, Ralph Waldo Emerson. The second would be The Laws of Success, Napoleon Hill, author. And the third in the series would be How to Win Friends and Influence People. And so the big meme from that book is be able, like, the more you can input people's name into a conversation, the more likely it is they're to buy whatever you're selling. And that is very funny, the way that most people misunderstand it. Anyways, so just due to the fact that we've seen that picture of Marshall Mathers reading a self-development book, he's kind of like reading a book like, like, what's in this book? I just wanted to say, okay, so the hardest thing to explain, I have to chunk it. Like, I have to break it into pieces and chunk it, is the idea of pickup artists being made fun of in the media. Like, guys who are completely unknown being, like, at the highest level mocked and lampooned, like the National Lampoon. Anyways, so back to the idea of chunking. It's a big chunk, kind of like the character from The Goonies, or this book here, The 48 Laws of Power. It's a very big chunk. Itself is a very big chunk, therefore the smaller parts of it can be chunked down into, here's some of the inspirations, at least that you get for free, right off the bat in the first page. Here's the different chunks of the book, or chapters, and the thing is that maybe 1 out of every 6 or so will have no reversal. The way that it's set up is, here's the introduction to chapter 5, here's the ending of chapter 4. It always ends looking really cool with the reversal. So the easiest way to chunk this book is to just read the reversals. But some of them, they just say there is no reversal, and it's hard to argue against that. And so on page 299, there's Master the Art of Timing, one of the most important laws. And at the very end of it, it's one of the non-reversals. So what I could do as a student, as I mentioned, Marshall Mathers, Jeffrey Allen III, and myself, David Petrino, all three of us, what we have in common is we're students of Robert Greene. And the person who represents Robert Greene most in the American culture, Hollywood culture, is going to be Eminem and Brad Pitt. So I don't know how to explain it. It's like representation, sort of like a politician represents its citizens. And so the two people in culture who most represent Robert Greene is going to be Brad Pitt, because he's closer to average height. He's 5'11", and Marshall Mathers. So that's just the easiest way to understand who is Robert Greene. And so anyways, maybe I should start at the end over here. Uncle Jeffy, aka Jeffrey Allen III, made a response DVD to Eminem's from the year 2000 album, The Eminem Show, and his is called the Uncle Jeffy Show. It was a DVD seminar, and because I can infer that Eminem is a student of Robert Greene because of how he's pictured reading the self-development book. And here's going to be like the most, there was just an article about it yesterday on like a big name, it really is the iconic self-development book. Better than like all three of the originals: Self-Reliance, Laws of Success, Napoleon Hill, and How to Win Friends and Influence People. Anyways, so it talks about hesitation, not here on page 299, but on page 229, right here. He talks about hesitation right here. And Eminem has in his song Soldier, that is in my video, at the very last line of the song I say
Yesterday's
is
video, whereas I'm trying to wrap the entire
about hesitation in his song Soldier. Let me just find where. I think it's right here. For some reason, this video is not playing. Oh, there it goes. I think I pull over and pause in the video and set the song up. Looks like the captions aren't capturing it. That's what he just said. Violation, hesitation.
You're in violation? Baby full of bullets.
Yeah, quite a few things about that. I don't know if I should say. The letter V has a huge symbolism in GTA 5 because of the Roman numeral. I was just thinking about the character Trevor and spelling his name out. It's like backwards is like Roe, and his student is a Juggalo Insane Clown Posse member named Wade. So Roe and Wade, and then the V in Trevor. I can infer that because Trevor's company name in the video game, his character is Trevor Phillips Industries, sort of like Thomas, also starts with a T, Edison Industries, his first company. A lot of wild stuff about Thomas Edison. Sort of like piano players like Bach, Beethoven, Mozart, Wagner. All these guys were like rock stars of their day, and Thomas Edison was similar. And that's the name of the game company of Grand Theft Auto, is Rockstar Games. So anyways, just the key word there is hesitation. And so how I stumbled across this very recently was, so I'm reading through the chapter on time, And I was looking at the very end of each paragraph, sort of like the end. So I see the word hitch up here, right there. The second word up here, hitch. I'm almost certain that because Hitch is from 2006 and this book's from 1998, that this one page is the movie Hitch, is what it's symbolizing. And then you look down here on reversal, it says there is accordingly no reversal to this law. Those are the most important. I don't know how many. I have to make a list in order to chunk the book of the laws that are most important, the ones that have no reversal. So yeah, I was just looking at the very ends of here. The end time, is this part of it? He sort of predicted strike while the iron is hot rule of Art of Seduction. That's the one that I don't have. I always throw it away. I've really made a whole lot of mistakes in my interpersonal relationships trying to apply the Art of Seduction. Anyways, so what else is on this playlist over here? The easiest way to understand pickup artists being mocked in the media, international media, news, music, movies, video games, everything, is what happened to the Italian mob starting in like the 1930s all the way up until these two movies were like the end of the Italian-American mob being mocked. It picked up with Scorsese's. Now he's starting to make Irishman movies like the one with DiCaprio or the one with that new comedian, plus I think Pacino, Pesci, and De Niro. It's called The Irishman. Anyways, the pickup artists were the ones who sort of, the same thing is happening in the media that happened to pickup artists that had happened all the way up to the point that it started happening to the Italian mob. So just as far as Hitch, the word Hitch, Green Day band from San Francisco, Oakland area, Bay Area. I didn't know what to use, so when pickup artist gurus are talking about this, they always point people towards the Tom Cruise character in Magnolia. Also, Brad Pitt is huge in the pickup community. He's sort of our guru because he is average height. And what I didn't know about Robert Greene, even though I've been a student for 15 years, maybe 2 years ago, he admitted that he's over 6 feet tall. And he's so humble that you would never know just seeing the guy. I myself is 6'2", so I try to do the same thing. What I wanted to ask my mentor Jeff, or even Eminem, aka Marshall Mathers, would be to go over this Boomhauer teaches Bobby how to pick up girls at the shoe store. Shoe store theme, Married with Children TV show, Hocus Pocus, Insane Clown Posse music video. When I saw this clip, I thought that was Bill Burr, but it's Mike Judge explaining the origin of Boomhauer. I haven't seen this movie, to be quite honest. So I guess that's about it. Analyze this, analyze that are two different movies. And here's just, so I have to add 2 videos. I have to add J-Lax from his YouTube channel reviewing. So I clicked on it and it's not loading. So I have to add the guy whose plane just crashed in the mountains and he parachuted out of it and it's become like a big deal. I don't know what keywords to search. Search something like plane crash in mountains.
In the background.
Oh wait, no, his name is, it's like Trevor. It's like Jacob Travers. I'm just saying it's something like that.
I think it's a band from the Philippines.
Yeah, so the idea of this clip is called Analyze This because the plane crashes into the movie studio in Los Angeles, Hollywood area. And then I have to show Jeffy, Uncle Jeffy, Have Mercy, Uncle Jeffy, like Uncle Jesse from Full House. Anyways, reviewing Californication, HBO, Human Broadcasting Network television show. Because even though I have it on DVD, I can't even watch it. I can't watch stuff like that. But what's so funny about it is, like, even though I knew that David Duchovny's character in Californication was supposed to be obviously representing Uncle Jeffy, aka Jeffrey Allen III, on YouTube, from Pickup Community. Anyways, it used to make me like upset. Like I would rather have that show made about me instead. Kind of like in Kid Rock's new song when he's like, "I'm more like Brad Pitt. I'm more like Brad Pitt," and that's like a lot of the pickup community. The most experienced guys. Those are the type of arguments that we have rather than conceptual ideas. It's like we argue about who's more like who, and it's like. The last time I had that type of argument, I was like 5 years old or something. But so it's funny, whatever. I think it's funny, it's comical. But that feeling is real when Kid Rock's like, "I'm more like Brad Pitt," right? Compared to Will Smith. Anyways, that's all. So I'm almost certain that I chunked this giant concept into a small, edible, digestible, fibrous piece. Definitely check out the 2 videos of the guy bailing out of his plane when it crashes into the mountains and he parachutes out. He walks for 8 hours before he finds water. He's recording it on his selfie, not the whole time because his phone there was no water and everything. So I can't remember his name. I think it's Travis Jacobs. I don't know. He's a snowboarder, a famous snowboarder. And then the other one is Uncle Jeffy reviewing, is it just Californication or is it that and maybe some other shows? I wanted to ask Uncle Jeffy if he could review The King of the Hill, Boomhauer teaching Bobby how to pick up girls at the shoe store. So that's all. I'll review it myself probably too. That's all.